quick disclaimer, you can use this for evil, absolutely. So I trust you that you won't use this knowledge for evil things. I hope you are not one of those ill-minded individuals. So if you're one of them, like, just click off the video, bro, because this will give you too much personal power where you can influence reality and consciously create circumstances. I've created something awesome for you. Here's like the whole thing. So let's get into it. It will allow you to materialize your desires and essentially allow you to live your dream life in due time. So I prepared not to waste your time because I believe your time is very valuable. So I condensed this knowledge in such a way that in a few minutes you can understand the whole thing, and this will allow you to get what you want in life. Okay? Let's get into it. So there is an invisible realm you already know exists. It's just not visible to the eyes, and we call it imagination. It's the blueprint behind reality, and it operates beyond time and space. And that's why if you were to, let's say, imagine a car, right now, close your eyes, imagine a car, you can change the color of the car in your mind. So imagine a yellow car. You got it? Nice. So change the color to red. Now to purple. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think we even have imagination in the first place? That's the question I will answer in this video. Everything will click at some point, so pay attention, okay? So most people are living their lives upside down. And I hope you are not one of them, because if you are, shit, bro. Life will be tough on you. So let's just make sure you are not one of those people. So here's a diagram of a person. This is you. And this is a guide on how to turn spirit, an idea, into matter, reality. So here's the alchemical breakdown, where you have the four elements. So air is the mental plane. This is essentially where the ideas come from. We all share this plane. So you get ideas from this plane, right? Then you have the fire element, which we'll explain in a second, water element, and earth, which is the physical plane, so-called reality, like so-called the physical reality that you see with your eyes. And here's where things get very, very interesting. So there is this alchemical manuscript which says, everybody knows how to cook water in the fire. However, if they would only know how to cook our fire in our water, then their knowledge of nature would rise above that of the cooks. And here you are right now, you're probably thinking, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean? So yeah, I got you. I spent hours on hours on hours, book after book after book, to realize what does it really mean. So it's been like years of study that I will break down for you in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm essentially saving you years of time and effort. So yeah, let's go. So let's break this down. Everybody knows how to cook water in the fire. What does it mean? Cooking water in fire is reactive. So ordinary people let their feelings, water, be agitated by their desire, fire, which leads to a reactive life where passions and desires boil their feelings and emotions, causing chaos, exhaustion, and consumption. So the fire burns water, it turns into steam, which is a waste. And that's like how most people feel in their life, like this Chinese guy. Now, here's where the things get even more interesting, because this is the juice. This is the juice, this is the sauce for you that will allow you to bend reality to your will. It's hidden in this sentence. However, if they would know how to cook our fire in our water, then their knowledge of nature would rise above that of the cooks. What does it mean? I got you. So, that's the right way. Cooking fire in water, which is proactive. You reverse the polarity by submerging your desire, fire, in your imagination to get the feeling of your desire being fulfilled. That's water. So, so water holds fire, creation. Ta-da! Now you're happy. You create whatever it is that you want. Essentially, align yourself with it so the reality has no other choice but to bend to your will. Before we go even further, it's very important for you to understand the paradox of thought materialization. So, you don't know, but you can create the knowing. You don't have any physical proof, but you can feel absolute certainty regardless. And that's what bends reality to your will. So, to give you an example, it goes both ways. It can be either positive or negative. And let's focus on the negative scenario because this will make way more sense. Let's say you've been thinking that, oh, my girl is going to cheat on me. But there is no physical proof for you to actually confirm that belief. But you, at the moment, engage in this mental image where she cheats on you. Then you feel absolute certainty that she's going to cheat on you. And what happens next? She cheats on you. I'm sure it happened to a lot of people, and you can extrapolate this to virtually any other example where you are the one who creates misery in your life because of not yet understanding the process of how reality is created. So now let's expand on what does it mean to cook the fire in water, which is the right approach we've been talking about. So you have your fire element refers to your desire, the will function, and the water refers to imagination, the feeling function. So you want to cook the fire in water, meaning you submerge your desire in your imagination. And what is imagination? Imagination is a mental image that builds nations. So when you submerge your fire in your water, it results in the seal of Solomon, which stands for creation, the union of the opposites. And yeah, it looks like you already know. You already know, bro. You already know, bro. You already know, bro. So let's get even deeper. The magnetic field produced by the heart is 100 times stronger than the brain's, and it can be detected 3 feet away. So that's kind of crazy. Brain, electric, thought, male, and is the sun. On the other hand, the heart, magnetic, feeling, female, it's the moon. So a male, electric, impregnates a female, magnetic, it results in a birth of a child. So it's creation. A child is an electromagnetic being, which is a frequency. And it's not literal, I'm not talking literally, it's symbolical for you to understand the whole process, okay? So let's get even deeper. Thought charges feeling. Feeling shapes thought, and together they produce a frequency. So electric thought, magnetic feeling, your new guiding star, an idea. So when you get this idea, now you want to act upon the idea, having absolute certainty is the right action that will lead to the materialization of your desire. Now, what's the key to conscious creation? You govern passion and desire, your fire, with your imagination and feeling, your water, instead of letting the desire rule the image. But how? Here's exactly how I got you. So, a feeling state first, water, action comes second, fire. So it's not about the suppression of the desire, but about letting go of the desire. Meaning you want to let go of the desire by fulfilling this very desire in your imagination. Because you cannot want something you already have, right? That's how you cook the fire in water. So here's the operative mechanism, like step-by-step protocol. So before we even begin, you've got to know your desire. So basically, what is it that you really want? And it has to be your desire, not imposed onto you by the external expectations. Because if it's something that you don't truly want, it will make it everything way harder and it will seem like you are a dog chasing its own tail. Because you try to materialize something you don't even want. The next step, contain the fire. Restrain the impulse to act or externalize your desire will too soon. 2. Dissolve the fire in water. Translate the raw desire into a felt, envisioned state, emotional image. Then you want to seal the mixture so you sustain your focus without leakage. And by leakage I mean doubt, contradiction. So whenever doubt occurs, turn inwards and repeat the process to get a calm feeling of it is already done, right? That's the goal. And then coagulate so the subconscious impresses your will into form and then into nature. So the physical plane, also known as reality, and the events rearrange. And the next step, be like, what the fuck, this shit really works. I cracked the code to reality, because reality is nothing more than a frozen imagination. Now, what's very important is why physical delay does not contradict inner alignment. Delay means translation, not failure. Because time, resources, circumstances, and other people must reorganize to match the inner blueprint. That's why physical delay is part of the natural process, like water taking time to condense into ice. It doesn't mean the structure isn't already formed at the molecular inner level. And now I've got a truth bomb for you, and this is so important. So, if you panic or doubt during the delay, you break alignment. It's not the delay itself that breaks the alignment, it's you. It's your doubt, it's your panic. So, the doubt arises only when you take the absence of matter as absence of reality. So even if you don't get the desired outcome, you become who you wanted to be. And then you get what you want because having what you want becomes an extension of who you are. So you stay in that state and you getting the desired outcome becomes inevitable. In other words, guaranteed. So here's a Bible verse that says, "Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them." Mark 11:24. So you can check on the internet. I'm not bullshitting you. Like, this shit's real, bro. And what does it mean to pray? It's not about getting on your knees and praying to some external figure that is in the sky. Esoterically, pray means to turn inwards, to turn into your inner world, the one that is secret, that is not visible to the eyes. It's only visible to you. You are the only person who can access your inner world. Nobody else can. And that's the meaning of pray. So now here's something that is of utmost importance, because this is what's going to make you or break you. A charge versus a feeling. Very important. So the illusion most people cling to is believing that intensity alone births form. And that's why they feel stuck. Because a charge is the fire burning water. So it goes up. You feel great because you evoke an intense feeling with your imagination, but then it has to go down. Because every up implies a down. That's how the reality works. So intensity also signals lack. It implies you don't have it. So this is something you don't want to do. Like, this is why people feel stuck in the process of trying to materialize their thought into reality. That's why they feel stuck. That's the main reason why they feel stuck. What you want to do instead is to generate a feeling. And feeling is water cooking the fire. It's steady. So it generates a presence, a state of being, which is that's who you are. So you will get what you want because of this calm certainty of your being. Because what you have in the external is just an extension of who you think that you are. And there is this quote that says, "As a man thinketh deep in his heart, so is he." And that's a metaphysical code to reality. So, another Bible quote: "For whoever has, to him more will be given, and he will have abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him." Matthew 13:12. This very quote explains this thing, right? So, to summarize, here's the operative mechanic of how to go about it. So, first, you generate a mental image of what you desire in your imagination, the water element. You fuel it with desire, your fire element, without letting desire dictate the image. This produces a frequency, so a frequency is the internal state aligned with the desired outcome. Then, acting with certainty on the resulting idea that you got from this inner alignment is what brings you closer to the materialization of your desire. So all you've got to do is repeat this daily, and it's guaranteed your desire will materialize in due time according to how faithful you are to the image, because of the universal law, as above, so below.